Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Wentz now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it. And
a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz on to give to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Here we go. 280! Oh, you got deep? Sunday! Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280!
58, right there. I got you. I got you.
Great 15, great 15! What's your son? What's your son?
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the red zone now, Wentz. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Now Wentz. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Kevin Pierre-Louis with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence. And here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby. Come on. But no dice that time.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Jackson. $21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. On second and inches, Wentz letting one go deep, and his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First down, a run with Cohen. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Under 10, General West.
Check 37. Motion.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
54
Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check nickel. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Ran, up. Sponge. Check.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Let's get it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Wentz going to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job,
play.
buddy. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now flags come in here. Look like one of the Eagles might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Sunday.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Haywood.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the...
Wentz now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Topper!
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
180!
Check. Watch 54.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
47's the mic.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
61, matchbox lights.
From the 27, Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First down, Bears.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
64, weak.
Check three.
Ran, up.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Let's go.
Hey, 18.
On 1st down, Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Alert.
Now Trubisky to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Ready?
Check. Walk with the foot.
Lock in.
Check.
They try again with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Blue. Hey, Alpha.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Robinson's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Ran, up. 80 weapons.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
18.
Again, it's Cohen. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tae Cohen. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Trubisky going to take it on the sneak. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tae Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Bears 10, Eagles nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I'm here all day.
Throwing now is Wentz. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
That's good for Eagles
Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Wentz throwing complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Wentz to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Mike, 57. Set the tone, defense.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk at the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Into the red zone. Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
First down, Bears.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Alert! Brixton, travel. Hey, ball.
On 1st and 10. It's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check 25, check 25.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's got some space here. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And the pressure gets to him again. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Deshaun Jackson. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them